Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. So your right palm on your left and gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, practicing meditation is a way of purifying our mind. So the purification of mind is very necessary as ordinary people for us, because through our samsaric journey, we develop certain kind of habitual patterns, and at the same time in this very lifetime, with our perception, all the information related to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and we have certain memories accumulated already, and that through that memory, we live our life. So that's why it's mostly we are kind of like a shadow living. Shadow living is kind of like this. So whatever that in the past you're able to do, and you are not anymore capable to perform that, but still you hold it to that memory. Oh, I used to be like that. I used to do this and that. And you reminding it, you live with it, and you hold it to that memory. But in this very moment, there is nothing that you can do. So most of our lives like that. We are shadow of our history. And the meditation is a method that allows you to get out of that shadow and give a meaning in this very lifetime, in this very moment, as who you are, not whatever that you used to do in the past. So the once you're capable to get out of your own memory, once you get out of your own past, once you get out of your own habitual patterns, it's kind of like a way you're giving an opportunity for yourself to become a new person. So you have to do it. Why we have to do it? Because otherwise, knowingly or unknowingly, we keep repeating the same thing. And then again and again, life go through the same kind of experience and life circle, which we don't want. And at the same time, we have to purify our mind idea of happiness. So today I tell you, remember yourself. Don't be so crazy to look for happiness or the satisfaction with the conventional life. Why I say so? There is in the history, there is a great lesson that we have to learn from the Prince Siddhartha. His father had the idea to give the most comfort to his life and gave all the luxurious facilities to him. And at that time, there were no any other person used to experience that kind of facilities and luxurious and happy life in the conventional life. So he was kind of like one of the person experienced this all. And every day he saw the beauty, the comfort, happiness, the joy around him, because his father provide that all the necessary facilities for him to experience that. And then by the time what happened one day, he went out, or maybe he looked out, and that day he saw something for his life. Maybe that is the first time he saw people suffering. There are beggars, and the life is not so beautiful like inside the palace. And the people so much in pain, and people get sick, and some people dying. And this life is a struggle. And when he saw that, and then what happened? He understood that the happiness or the joy that he experienced inside the palace is not real. See, that the happiness or the satisfaction kind of like create a certain kind of illusion, or it creates a certain kind of a prison to ourselves. So sometimes when we look for the happiness and satisfaction in the conventional life, it kind of like we go towards a prison. So not only the Prince Siddhartha, and during that time, like there was another prince called Yasa, and he also had the same kind of luxurious life. But then one day, he also started to become a follower of the Buddha. And the most of the rich people that time, so it's not like today rich people, because you go invest on a stock market or somewhere, and maybe you don't have any penny in your hand, all the electronic numbers nowadays, and then you become a millionaire today, and the very next day you become a beggar. But that time it's not like that. It's the millionaires mean they had the gold, all the wealth, material things, the physical asset they had. And but they used to give up that everything and then became followers of the Buddha. So why is that? And from that time to today, when we look the history, and all the people who ever went through most of the material success and the happiness or the joy, finally end up with something, mostly with the sharing, with the generosity and giving up things. So developing kind of like organizations, or developing kind of like a fund to give things to others. So then we have to understand, in the end of this material success, still there is no kind of like a deeper satisfaction. So the best lesson that we have to get out of the Prince Siddhartha. And it is not just by mistake. So it is a very nature of the human mind. Why? Because when you are in too much facilities, when you are in too much happiness, when you are in too much joy, very easily you start to get hurt out of that own happiness, success, or the satisfaction. And once you get hurt, it is very difficult to heal. And that's why the spiritual path from that time to today, invisibly, underneath this all the material world, this is governed, it's lead that each and everyone towards kind of like a deeper serenity, harmony, and the peace, towards tranquility state, somehow little by little, little by little. So we all are in that journey in certain ways. But the thing is, don't allow it to happen itself. Don't allow it to happen by the time. Why? Because we don't know by the time how things going to happen. So this is a very great opportunity for yourself to develop it inside you. And by the time that when you develop this, keep practice this you yourself, you can get a greater benefit before you hit the wall, or before you hit the misery in front of your life. Because in the future, maybe, we keep chasing and we looking for material happiness and satisfaction, and the joy, this physical joy, the emotional recovery. We keep looking and we keep going that way. And by the time maybe it take us to great misery, very sad and unhappy situations, maybe it take us to kind of like a very, very difficult, hard situation, which we can't get out of it without paying from our life. So then before that, this is a method that you understand something, develop certain wisdom. Because once you have that wisdom, the journey itself become safe for you. You become kind of like having the bird have a strong feathers, wings, because then you're not going to depend on the tree branch. Because you're not going to depend on the sitting itself, because you are strong to fly. Then you become free from any boundaries. That is what you need. Your wisdom, that is what allows for your wisdom. It's not going to change the outside circumstances, but it allows you to strengthen yourself and give certain kind of necessary understanding and wisdom to go through all up and downs in your life. So once you have it, you don't look for some other happiness or satisfaction. So you are not depending from any hopes. So whatever comes to you, you are ready to go through it. That is what you need. So once you have it, the failure is going to become an opportunity for you to move forward. It's like the eagle. Before eagle start to fly, more than 99% it get fail. After 99%, that failures happen again and again and again and again, go through the very difficulties. Finally, it start to fly. But once it start to fly, it go higher. And it get the best view out of that all the birds. It has power to go to the highest and experience the sky. So be like that. Develop yourself. Don't afraid for failures. Don't afraid for difficult. Don't look for that. Don't mention that. Don't try to develop a life to escape from the failures. No, be ready yourself. It doesn't matter whatever the samsara that we go through. It doesn't matter whatever the tomorrow going to happen. It doesn't matter next week or next month, whoever we meet in our life. So be ready yourself, have certain wisdom yourself to not to get disturbed out of others' behavior or the situations. How you can do that? So if you too much focus towards outside happiness, satisfactions, emotional recovery, you can't get that strength. That is the bottom line. Be with that. Start your practice from that point. Because if you go that way, if you depend on that kind of outside happiness, satisfaction, joy, emotional recovery, you always going to get hurt out of it. So then for a moment, you have to let it be there like that way. It's nothing wrong with that, but let it be there like that. Bring some kind of attention towards you. So the meditation is a method, and the practicing moment is a method yourself. You bringing attention to yourself, just allow your body to be as it is itself. You don't need to do anything in the beginning. Just start to practice at least sitting. Can you sit a little bit? Can you allow this body to be itself? Because once it becomes itself, it becomes part of this entire universe. Can you bring that harmony to at least physical? Forget about mental. So from that point, little by little, keep that collective awareness, collective attention. That means maybe your thoughts go here and there, and bring that all the thoughts to one mental object, whatever exists in this very moment. So for all of us, one of the very comfortable mental object is our own inhalation, exhalation. It's nothing to do with believing. It's nothing to do with any religion. It's nothing to do with any ethnic groups. It's nothing to do with any kind of colors. It's nothing to do with any kind of caste. We all have the same experience when it comes to inhalations and exhalations. And it has a deeper connection to keep each and everyone together. My inhalation become your exhalation, and your exhalation become my inhalation. That bond, no one can break. So at least keep that in your mind. Then there is you're not going to separate each and everyone. And at least you first level, you start to recognize, even though we have different behavior, fundamentally, we all come from the same nature. That understanding is very necessary. But it's just believing you can't get it. You have to get it through kind of like a certain experience. So the observation, this deeper recognition will take you to that experience. That's a beautiful journey. And some people maybe like to experience the landscape, but don't want to climb the mountain. You can't do that way. So that's why you have to sit and you have to experience it. You have to allow everything to settle down itself. Let your body head to toes, each and every organ to be with your breathing. And just let it be. And at the same time, observe yourself, how this inhalation, exhalation happen. When you observe this way, what happens? Sometimes our inner behavior, our inner mind, our own mind start to disturb us. Why that disturb come to us like that way? There is a reason for that. There is the method called symbolism. This symbolism is as human being, we are the one who created that. And out of our actions, places, words, object, personality, that everything, we have power to imagine with the symbol. We are kind of like a masters to symbolize the whatever come to our mind, because that's where our mind exists, with the names and the forms. So this symbolic interpretation happen inside us. And we are the one who developing it. And now we are caught up in it. So that's why without symbols, we are not going to understand anything. But the thing is, these symbols make you very limited. You don't see it. These symbols make you very limited. So as example, when we say mother, father, and then it come to your mind that your mother or the father has a picture, that's a symbol. But the motherhood and the fatherhood not limited just to your mother. It is a universal language. But the thing is, once we caught up with the symbols, our mind lose the capacity to understand the depth of the meaning, and we lose. So anything the same. So then the purification of the mind means another way. So yourself to rescue your mind from this symbolism. So even it's very sad sometimes when it comes to the Buddha, and the people stuck with the statue. And even that when it comes to good and bad, sometimes there are certain pictures in you. And when it comes to right and wrong, sometimes even in the very conventional life, you understand that right and wrong through the symbols. So the symbols, what happens, that when you try to understand something through the pictures or the symbols, it's kind of like it come to you kind of like extracting all the meanings and just make you very limited to the very, very specific, very limited way of understanding. So how you can get out of it? One thing is not to follow symbols, but we can't do it in the very conventional, ordinary life. So that's why another way in the meditation is a method. You keep a time period for yourself to make your mind free from that, all the symbols that we use in our mind. So in the beginning, you just focus to the inhalation, exhalation, and that's why when the inhalation and exhalations happen, you should not verbalize it. Because once you verbalize it as inhalation or exhalation, you convert that experience to the symbol. Once you experience it through a symbol, you lose the meaning of inhalation and exhalation. So today, we're going to practice a little bit. Experience inhalation, exhalation as it is. Just focus to the sensation, be with the sensation. So don't try to make anything happen, and especially don't try to verbalize it. Just let it be. And whatever comes to your mind, let it be, but at the same time, have a self-discipline for yourself to keep the collective awareness towards the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. And whatever the sound or whatever the feelings come to you, don't try to verbalize it. And don't try to get it as a symbol. Just let it be there. So whatever happens, just let it be there. And then that even yourself maybe appear as a symbol, that is your your body, your own picture. So don't be limited to that also. So when the inhalation, exhalation happens, just focus to the change and be with the change, knowingly, each and every moment, rising, existing, and changing and disappearing. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. And your right palm on your left, and neck get straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So your right palm on your left, and bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes. And observe and say, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribundisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuntutu. Bless you.